Coming to the middle. Aotearoa for three.
No mai, hoki mai, talo falava bulivinaka malo elele, namaste, ni hao, konnichiwa, and welcome back to the 5th Annual New Zealand Heritage Hockey Tournament 2025. We are live from the National Hockey Centre here in North Harbour for finals day of the tournament, and the day we finally see the best teams collide and battle for their opportunity to lift the Champions Trophies this afternoon. If you're looking for ultimate excitement, silky skills, plenty of goals and high-stakes games this Easter weekend, you're in the right place because this is Heritage Hockey 2025. I'm Brad Pittman and joined in commentary for this morning's game by Suresh Wallab, New Zealand Indian Sports Association President. Morning again, S-Man.
Good morning. Namaste, everybody, and happy Easter Monday. I hope everyone has had their fair share of Easter eggs and looking forward to an awesome day ahead of us, my man.
Yeah, absolutely. And as I mentioned, this is it. This is the finals day. We're going to be deciding champions. We're going to be deciding final placings. Another 6 games on the schedule, 4 here on the live stream and 2 on the back turfs. But we start off here with the first match of the day. And it's the men's bronze medal matchup between Fiji Heritage and Punjab Heritage. Both teams finished second in their pools and came excruciatingly close to being in today's final via maths equations and other results that were going on yesterday. The 2 newest teams to Heritage Hockey 2025 bring massive firepower with 23 goals scored between them and 2 of the best penalty corner brackets in the competition. We see the teams go through their final preparations. They're the Fiji team in the pink, always looking sharp, and the Punjab side in the orange. Yes, we've seen these teams a couple of times over the weekend. What are you most looking forward to today?
Just the flair, just no holds barred, like let these guys run. I'm sure it's going to be pretty open. You know what I mean? Like it's, I know it's one of those games, but it's going to be just open hockey. You want to see their flair.
Yeah, it's interesting. Often you see in tournaments where teams miss out on the final, sometimes it can hit a bit of a dead spot, but I don't think it's going to go this way today. There's the pride on the line. They're both the new teams to Heritage, and I think there's going to be goals galore here. I mentioned the goal scoring of both teams already, and the firepower we've got going either way is obvious. So as the teams roll their way out here, it is an earlier start, Easter Monday, the 8 o'clock round, but teams hoping to get on the road as we see the 2 captains there come together in the middle. It's Xander Fraser for Fiji and Gurdeep Singh for the Punjab side.
Yeah, I think a few changes to this Fiji team, a couple of boys with injuries, and which is unfortunate, and we see that towards the end of the tournament, right? It's just unfortunate, but I'm glad to see that they've still got a full rotation there.
Yeah, they've managed to bring in some of the reinforcements. I actually heard Kevin Fraser threaten to put the shoes on yesterday as they were running out of bodies on the sideline. Fortunately, he's found some others because that would be less than optimal viewing for the tournament.
Yeah, And you can guarantee maybe at least 2 or 3 yellow cards straight away.
Yeah, absolutely. Teams coming out to the middle here, led out by the umpires. That's Anton Paulin and Bevan Nicol, followed by the captains and then the respective teams for this year's bronze medal match.
How cool's that colour?
Yeah, it's great, isn't it? That's part of the allure that is heritage hockey. It's pink, it's orange, it's fun, and
yeah, it just looks so cool. And the umpires obviously just mixing it up in there, but hey, that's a picture, mate. That's awesome.
yeah, absolutely. And just having a look at some of the players to look out for on this Punjab heritage team, man, we've seen some excitement. It's pretty hard to go past some of their goal scorers. Gagandeep, number 17, who plays up the front. A big, tall guy with a heck of a hit on him. Karan Bear, crafty, little number 10, who also will drift between a midfielder and an attacker. And then Prince at the back. One man, one effort, and it's a penalty corner in the roof for the crafty defender.
We want to see that hopefully today. We get to see. We didn't see any PCs from the Punjab team yesterday, did we?
No, that's right. And equally on the Fiji heritage team, again, a couple of names pretty hard to go past. Aiden and Xander Fraser are back out there today. Aiden, another great flicker of the ball. Rocco Ludoff has been exciting going forward with Jake Suchun. But it's also the Fiji man, Terence Corrie, who I think has been excellent this weekend for the Fiji team. He captains them and will lead from the front. There we see Anton Paulin in the middle, and he's joined by Bevan Nicol officiating this morning's game. Shout out to all of you tuning in nice and early here on YouTube, Facebook, or wherever you're finding this morning's live stream. Shout out to all those far and abroad, especially those tuning in from overseas, those watching from Fiji and from potentially India this morning.
Yeah, welcome to our friends from opposite sides of the world, obviously.
Yep, we're so glad that you've joined us, and I'm sure you're going to be in for a real treat. The only thing with these earlier starts, yes, man, a little bit hard to see into the sun, and even on the cameras here, looking into the sun does make things a little bit different. So travelling right to left on your screens will be the Fiji team, and left to right, the Punjab side. Looks like first use of it there will go to the Fiji boys.
Okay, strap in, everybody.
Yeah, I think this one's going to be pretty fun as Xander Fraser now just looks at their first option, and it's through Buinamasi. Bit of contrast in styles here, S-Man. The Fiji team like to build up. They've got a set of players around the back that can really distribute the ball. As we see a miscue there from Buinamasi versus the Punjab team that like to get it and send it.
Yeah.
Get it to the other end and let some of their elusive strikers get dancing.
And we see that number 17 is always up over the 25, you know.
Yeah, it's an interesting one that they really have to be clued onto it at the back here, this Fiji team. You can see them already out in a half court.
Yep,
and there's
there
the
it is
overhead,
there, look.
straight to him.
Wow.
Oh, and just like that, that's the way to start Easter Monday morning. The Punjab team fire one early. And that's the threat. Yep.
Yes.
This Fiji team can't get caught unmarked at the back or leaving too much space for a deep overhead or a ball over distance there to any of those strikers, really. But number 17 there, Gagandeep, probably one of the best we've seen this weekend. And a little touch here through the captain, and they work it out now. The Fraser brothers, here comes Xander with a little bit of space in front of him. He's trying to link up, though. Not a lot of numbers there with him.
Oh, nice carry. Just got run away from him a little bit there. Just went out of support, I think, there, Brad.
Yeah, and that's the other thing of note. This Punjab team, they scramble in defence, and they seem to have a lot of numbers around the ball, even on those breakouts there. So it was Xander and flanked by 2 or 3 Punjab Indian players. So a real effort there they have there for the Punjab side.
I think it's that midfield. A lot of work right from that midfield, you know, because they know they've got these couple of guys high, and it will stay high like 10 and 17. So they're not coming back too far, you know?
Yeah, Yeah, so the midfielder's picking up a bit of that extra workload. As we see now, a bit of pressure being put on the entry coming for Fiji. And it's hit his foot there. Unfortunate one for Terence Corrie.
It's young Armin Preet.
Yeah,
one of the local boys.
Equally unfortunate. That one just finds the foot and will invite Fiji back into the attacking zone. Zander and Aidan Fraser working that middle of the field. Look for their little crossfield overhead. There it is there going into the circle high onto the baseline. We saw it a lot from this Fiji team, and what they try and do is bait the defender into running in to contest it, trying to win themselves a free penalty corner.
Yeah, we've seen that tactic from a few teams, haven't we, Brad?
Yep.
Just with the rollings.
Yep, and this Fiji team probably the best of it.
Look at this.
Speaking of the overhead, again, look at that. They can go circle to circle there. That was Prince delivering that one almost 70 metres on the fly. And just like that is the opportunity here for the Punjab team. And now this is danger signs for Fiji. Here is Gagandeep. He's got Karambir, and Karambir is going to make...
What a save.
Going to ask questions there, and how good is that from Kirk Corrie in goal?
Yeah.
Wow, that's special. Little stick save there. We'll get a look at it shortly, but playing out now the long corner through Gurdeep Singh. And in comes the entry. Under control here, Karambir trying to 3D.
Even Gagan just acknowledged the goalie there. It was a nice touch, just how good that save was.
And that's a special start on both sides of the ball there. Love the attack. And another one coming over.
Great confidence boost for the goalie there.
Absolutely.
Awesome save if we get that replay.
Yeah, here it is. Here's Gagandeep. Lovely little under-the-foot pass. And I thought he'd done enough there, Karambir, but incredible stick save, and he loves it too.
Yeah.
Kirk Corrie, well done. First test passed with flying colours, and now here they come again, the Punjab team. Oh, another great pass. Karambir. Still there, though, for the Punjab Heritage team. Oh, and it very nearly...
Oh, just clipped his foot there.
Yeah. I think Karambir was actually trying to trap that, and it went through his own feet and very nearly crept up on Kirk Corrie there in goal. And now we'll have a look at the penalty corner. You asked for it. Yes, we didn't get to see the Punjab penalty corner bracket yesterday.
Yeah, it's...
And now here he is doing his warm-ups
at
the top of the circle.
Tuck-in Tuesday. Gets the back stretched.
And for all intents and purposes, we'd assume it's going here to the first bracket with Prince, number 8, set up. It is Prince.
Oh,
and he just got that one a little bit big, ballooned on him in the end there.
I think it must have caught a touch from one of the boys. Long corner.
Yeah, they've called long corner there, so I think you're right. It's a little touch from a runner.
Wow.
And just like that, Gagandeep from the edge of the circle.
It's inside post, eh? How hard's that shot?
Yeah, he's just ripped it. It's taken a little ricochet, I think, off the boot there. We'll see it on the replay. Nice receive outside. And just rips it. It's still bouncing. So hard to get that away on the reverse stick when it's still bouncing. And Gagandeep, well, they've had a few opportunities at it now, the Punjab team, and they've found their first one past the goal of Kirk Corrie. And now Zander Fraser trying to do a little bit of work through the middle of the field, but no control. Thomas Rhodes will have to go back and defend.
I was watching in that Indians game yesterday. Obviously, Aidan Fraser wasn't there, so we had Zander at the back. He was causing lots of havoc up there, down the back there, just as carry and just eliminating a lot of this attack from the Indians yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely. They're both incredible players.
Yeah,
both the ability to break defenders at will. Here is Zander being able to play a little further up the field than yesterday. Just can't link up there with Dale Johansson.
Yeah, talking to some of the boys, just his engine.
Yeah.
You know, he just goes like 100 all the way through. You know, he's just such an athlete and just so strong, you know.
Yeah, and you watch for a tall, taller guy, gets down real low, runs hard, and incredibly fit too, as we see the Punjab team with a little bit of transfer, and now they come forward. And a couple strong challenges in the middle of the field. We expect nothing less from these games here, and I'm looking for the big transfer to Buenamasi. There it is. And now Jake Suchun will wear the sideline hit. And there we see the two dugouts, the subs ready to come on. Aiden Fraser searching, throws the 3D, and beats everybody over the baseline. We see this Fiji team, pulling right out to a bit of a half-court shape at the moment. Just trying to condense the option for that overhead into the circle, and there's a nice little carry.
Yeah, just a different formation than the first 5 of the game. Guys are holding back.
Yeah, I think they're a little wary of those first couple of long-range attempts. They have to get into the right areas. As you see on the bench there, how's this for a call-up on day 4? Luke Elms, he's not in the goalkeeping kit, and he's going to be out running around today for the Fiji Heritage team. Such are the nature of the injuries and replacements. Luke Elms, a New Zealand under-21 goalkeeper, former. We're running around out there trying to do his best impersonation of his brother for the Fiji team. But away comes Harmon. Look at that on the deck. Oh, there's not a lot in it there. This Punjab team, they're fired up. Probably pretty disappointed not to be in the final later this afternoon with the maths and results not going their way after a devastating loss yesterday to the Asian side.
Yeah, it's just that, unfortunately, just tournament hockey.
Yep.
What happens, you know?
Lovely pass here, delivered. Fiji.
Oh.
And it's hit the post, I think, and come back out and hit the Fiji player.
Oh, yeah, so just a PC there.
And the first one. Yeah, interesting.
What happened there?
So we'll have a quick look
post?
at it. No, so didn't make it to the post. Come up off the goalie and then hit the Fiji player.
Yeah,
So
PC.
PC, that's what they're asking about there. Looked from our angle that it had maybe come back off the post, but no, up off the goalkeeper. And now we talked about both teams having a real corner specialist, and Aiden Fraser will step up here. In fact, both the Fraser boys on it. Zander scored a ripper of one 2 days ago. And it will be Aiden.
Wow.
And makes no mistakes. Low, hard, down the line. Beats the stick of Gurdeep Singh. Beats the feet there of Darjeet Singh in goal. And just like that, the Fiji team answer back. That's absolutely ripping.
That was a nice placement, right?
Yeah,
Just
excellent execution.
on the money.
Had a little bit of a skip on it, so the postie couldn't dead trap it.
And he's probably wary about that runner that was sliding in as well.
Yeah.
You know, that's awesome work from that runner there, just putting everyone in two minds, you know.
Yeah, absolutely clinical execution there from Aiden Fraser. And now we're locked up, one apiece again. 5 minutes left here in this first quarter, and Gagandeep Singh on the ball.
Oh, wow.
Looks big transfer.
Too big for Preet there.
Mike, are we still quite loud out there? Just a little bit.
Yeah, it's...
And now this Punjab team up in that higher press there, 2 men up. And the Fiji team, they'll work down the flanks. Here's Suchun trying to take on Harmon. And Harmon, well, he just tries to bat one.
Yeah, you see that a lot, don't you? Even in the ladies' job team, if they get in trouble, they're not scared to hit out hard. Oh,
And
it's a
yeah,
bit sloppy.
penalty corner coming out. I think it was the push on the post-up lead. We'll see it again on the replay here. Yeah, so it was number 15 there, Hasemaranvir, who was defending, just big arm in the back of the Fiji player, trying to post up and receive that ball. So can this Fiji team double up here in quick succession? They were behind on the scoreboard. Interestingly, have a look here. Aiden Fraser has moved on to this first bracket, previously on the second. This is the runner you talked about, S-Man.
Yep.
I assume that Aiden is probably going straight for it.
It's got behind him there.
Yeah.
Quarter foot or quarter stick, I think, maybe.
Yeah, an interesting little setup. It did take a deflection from a Punjab defender. So interesting setup there. Hopefully we'll get another look at it at the quarter break. Just to break down, they actually went a dummy trap and pulled Aiden onto the middle of the bracket. As we see.
Not 5.
Yeah, not 5 there from Zander. And the quick overhead. This is the trouble. Here's Gagandeep. He's got Karambir with him. And he's going to roll one.
Sad.
What a weighted ball. That's beautiful out there to Prabjot. And now they find Karambir just inside the circle. Going to weave some magic and just a little bobble onto the back of his stick there. Yeah, he's a little confused. We'll see the replay here. Yeah, hard to tell from our angles. Right, free hit the way of the Fiji team, but straight back on attack come the Punjabs. And cleaned up in the end there. Yeah, it's through. Jacob Suchun just takes a little breather, linking back up with Aiden Fraser. And nice little interchange there down that right sideline. Here comes the entry. It's going to be Punjab ball, come up off the stick there of the Fijian player. Oh, high stakes trap there from Buinamasi.
Had to be trapped.
Oh, that's
a little bit of a smile on his face there.
That's it. And that's as close to do or die as you're going to get. We see real pressure being put on now by Harmon and Joban Singh. Joban, one of those goal scorers from yesterday's game, still putting pressure on Suchun. I don't know if Suchun can dribble out the full 90 seconds here. He'll get a free hit, though, and that'll help. Much to the pleasure of some of the crowd. In fact, it's not for the free hit. It's because Luke Elms has made it onto the field for his 90-second cameo, and he's going to play up the front.
So that's our goalie, is it?
He's a towering lad. Yep, he was a New Zealand under-21 goalkeeper just a couple of years ago from the Hawke's Bay.
Yep.
And now sporting it out there.
Finding himself on the post. The other post. Here we go.
Here he is. Let's see the big man.
Go, boy.
And it's a little unconvincing, but it'll work. And great open play there from the refs, actually, allowing that to play. There was no danger in it, and the players brought it down well.
Yeah, I was going to say it was good umpiring. Not often we say that, eh?
Yes, I'll leave those ones to you this weekend.
Yes.
Got a list as this ball comes in and defended well by the Punjab team, and now Karambir
turning him inside out a little bit.
Yeah. They've got about 20 seconds here if they're going to have one go at it.
It'll be a bomb.
Not sure if they know it's 20. I think Prince probably does. He's ready to roll one. And it's going to have to come quickly here.
Just his foot there, quarter foot.
Yeah, Joban probably looking into the sun a little on that angle. And the hooter goes for the first quarter. We can see there the Punjab team just offering a few Easter eggs there to Anton Paulin.
Asking questions as they do.
Yep, absolutely. But we're all locked up here. First quarter in the books. Men's bronze medal matchup for Heritage Hockey 2025. Little look into the dugouts. And the Punjab team, they struck first through Gagandeep Singh. And quickly answering back was Aidan Fraser. We'll have a look at some of these highlights here. This is an early opportunity. One of the best saves we've seen. Corey there just getting a stick on it. Excellent work. We'll see it from another angle. Actually, that's a later attempt. And this one was the penalty corner they earned. That little foot there. This is our first look at it. Prince, I think, like you said, S took a deflection. Yeah, off Bunamasi there and up over the cage. And then this one, the goal. That's just excellent execution. Hit it as hard as you can and ask questions later. We'll see it from this angle.
That's that inside post, right? Like, it's so hard to... Yeah, you think you got it, but it's right at his feet.
Yeah. Here it is. This will be a good angle of it.
Even move. Yeah, straight through. Yeah. Look at that.
In off his boot, and then we saw a bit of action come the other way here. This one hitting the body. So this Fraser absolutely rips that one down the line. You're not going to stop that. See it here from another angle.
But what you notice is that running of that postie guy. You know, the
yeah, that slide
PG
right
guy.
there. Yep.
Yeah. Any young players, if you're going to be a runner into that area, that's how fast you've got to be and that's how low you've got to get, right?
Yeah, and if nothing else, you're just putting two minds into that left postie. Yep. Even the second runner might have to check the run a little bit just to be aware of that threat.
But as a defender, like that whole back five will be looking at that all the time, and that's in the back of their minds,
Yep.
you know, so it just causes that doubt. So from the first one, causing doubts, and we're off again.
Yeah, Suchun moving over to the left side of the field here to start for the Fiji team, but can't link up there going forward, cut out by the Punjab's butt, stolen back, and then it just gets it a little bit wrong.
Old Tomasi getting caught up there. Tomasi Rhodes, is that right?
Yeah, it's Fijian brother Tomasi.
Yep.
Fluent. As it goes over, this time
Nice.
cut out again.
Not the tallest guy out there,
No.
Nathan. Did well getting up.
Now Suchun just searching for something. In the middle it is Xander Fraser, and that's a lovely little extra to Rocco Ludoff. Ludoff, he's got it at the end of his stick and somehow still going here for Fiji. Peter Felsted. Now back to the baseline. It is Ludoff. Felsted once again. And away come the Punjabs. And make sure you are staying up to date with all of the action from this year's Heritage Hockey Tournament. For those watching on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. For anybody tuning in via Facebook, like and follow New Zealand Heritage Hockey. Stay up to date with the live streams. We've got our gold medal matches coming up a little bit later, as well as replays and all of the highlights from the weekend's action. Make sure you're subscribing to the channels. And give us a follow on Instagram as
nice
well
touch
as
by Thomas.
Yeah, Tomasi there.
He's staying in it.
Trying to earn his first.
Trying to earn his carver for after the game.
That's it. And the overhead coming.
Oh,
it's going to fall there. And penalty corner.
Was that Prince or?
I think it was. He just hung one hand on the stick and just hung it out there for no good reason. Not really in a position to trap the ball. And that's enough there to bring the corner on. And as we just see, we can't just see off the back of the bracket, but Luke Elms is on there. I don't know if he's got a flick on him, but he's got the levers for it. And there he is joining the huddle. Can't imagine he's much of the brains trust for the flicking group, but he's going to run in, perhaps, and be that slide right we talked about. Now, interesting setup here. They've actually got two on that right side and nothing on the left.
Yeah,
so
I see that. Just,
really look at that action. They've left it behind. They're going to have to freestyle. Tomasi.
Oh.
He got stuck in the gear for a little bit, but batted away there.
Did well, the goalie.
Yeah, by the Punjab goalie.
Good awareness of where he was. And Quick thinking.
And it was a little breakdown in the circle as, Luke Helmsy can trap, if nothing else. I thought he was actually probably in the spot there for it, but they don't get that one. And now a little bit of back and forth in the midfield here will fall the way of the Fijians. Still locked 1-1 on the scoreboard, 5 minutes into the second quarter. And they'll win one just inside the dots there. And we've got a stoppage. Yeah, it didn't surprise me actually. So that shot that came in from Tomasi got stuck in, for the goalkeepers that know, in that gap between the leg guard and the bottom of the shorts, the protective shorts. It's the top of the knee that's an absolute stinger.
Yeah, I feel his pain.
Yeah, and so they've subbed the goalkeepers. Not a tactical thing, purely just an injury type scenario. And like I said, for those that know, that's it's one of the worst spots there.
Yeah, it's a nice little funny bone right around there. That's be a stinger, take a little while to settle down, but hopefully a bit of magic water will help him out.
We see him coming from the field there, back to the dugouts, a little bit of a hobble on, and a big man again showing off the trapping skills.
Does well, does what he has to do, just pass it out.
Yep.
No one expects much.
Yeah, good receive on the reverse, dumps it off to the
wow.
left. And
look at this.
This is danger. This is excitement. This is what we want. Gagan deep. Goes to the baseline. And misses on the near side. I like the pressure, though, from Kirk Corrie.
Yeah, that's all you sort of can do. It's just putting that pressure on.
Yeah, as the Punjab side come away again. And Tomasi's going to give away another one.
Be careful here, Tomasi. Yeah.
And they go straight into the circle.
Good save.
Little quick shot there from Joban. I think what was equally impressive in that last little defensive passage, not only did the goalkeeper go out and put some pressure on, but there was understanding from his teammates to get back in towards the goal.
Yep.
So, often you'll see if a goalkeeper runs out and the players run at him as well, you've got an open goal.
Yep.
So having that awareness as we see the spin cycle from Harmondeep.
Yeah, that's just...
It's going to fall there for Karambir. Great defence. Once, twice, and a save.
Done.
And that one saved away there. I'm pretty sure that's Darren Sawaki in goal this quarter for the Fijians.
Yeah, both these goalies are stepping up, eh?
Yeah, and both of them have actually come over from Fiji as part of the group that have come over in there.
Really? They're playing over there?
Yes.
That's wicked, eh? That's just...
Yeah, both of them in this sort of development opportunity that the Fiji heritage has been able to create. And Aiden Fraser does well to stay out on the first attempt while he wasn't 5, but then to retreat and get back in it. Good work from Aiden Fraser. And
nice turn.
Talk about some skills. It's Johansson down the sideline linking up with Felsted. He's got numbers in the circle too. There he is. Great save. Daljit Singh just getting a stick in it. It was George Ravatu in the circle. See a little bit of frustration come in the way of the Punjabs. That's the hit out of the back end. As Tomasi comes for a sub and will bring Terence Corrie onto the field. And now a bit of space for the Punjab team, but they'll win it here in the middle of the field. Fraser looking. Peter Felsted got one to beat. Felsted beats him and just rolls it wide of the goal.
I'm not sure the goalie got that quite right in his dive there, sort of a head-first dive.
Yeah. Yep, and speaking of head first, that's going...
good trap there.
Straight down the other end, and Karambir is going to come onto it. He's got Joban with him. Great two-man awareness there from the Fiji team. That's how you make those two-man tackles. Force the turn straight onto your teammate, and now Fiji come running Xander Fraser down the left line.
Because I think they're aware of that turn that he has,
Yes. Right? And now we get the entry the other way, and
Lucky.
yeah, it is the right call. He's just overrun it and run through the defensive stick there of Prince, but then Prince has just bashed it over the back line. So would have gone either way, but the chicken came first as Fraser looks the little overhead. I don't know if anybody's up there. No, it was the...
See it opening up a little bit here. Just things are getting a little bit more fresh.
Yeah.
Brad?
Yeah.
Just opened up.
Yeah, both teams trying to push a little bit more, which is exciting. Probably leaving players in some higher areas, which opens up.
Like great awareness on the Fiji team to get back in numbers, not letting them show their one-on-one skills.
Yeah. And
just overrun it a bit, there, mate.
That's the first and very rare miss we see from Xander Fraser on the overhead. Again, a bit of sun to contend with on the high ball. Early morning sun here in North Shore.
It's nice to see. It was a bit wet this morning coming up. Oh, I drove 5 minutes from the hotel.
Yeah, the tough life of Easter weekend travel. As we see, a little bit of a foray down this left side for the Fijians. Jake Suchun goes 3D but leaves it behind, and that's not going to make the highlight reel.
Yeah, just got caught behind him a bit there.
And now, bit of space and some options for the Punjabs. Gagandeep goes over. Oh, wow. What a ball. And the upright reverse.
It's one of the young local boys, isn't it?
Yep,
I think.
It is. And nearly linking up with Karanbeer, who had...
Bit of a smile on his face.
Yeah.
Good on him.
We'll see it on the replay here. Great receive. And again, just doesn't let it get to the deck and bats it on that upright reverse. It's a tough shot to pull off.
It's the ones we do at training all the time, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely. As we see now, the long searching ball from Fraser finds Jake Suchun. And now Xander asked to play a little deeper to help this one through with Tomasi.
This is better from the Fijians, just being a bit more patient, right?
Yeah,
they need to force that pass.
This is the ability that they do have to build this up here. They've got good players around the back and the likes of the Frasers, Buinamasi. There's Elms.
Yeah, want to do that again, wouldn't he?
Yep, made the trap, but just left it behind. Is now foot race. Goalie's going to have to get engaged here.
Good clearance.
And does really well, too, to find out. Couldn't quite, though, control it, Buinamasi. And Elms, not a noted defender. And the touch coming. And there he is. There's the clean-up.
Good boy.
He knows what every goalie wants is that clearing defender.
Get that 2 metre frame down quite low, can't he? He's pretty good.
Yeah, awesome to see. Awesome to see. And now an unforced error on the sideline will relieve a bit of pressure here. And with about 5 minutes left to play here in this first half, opportunities coming for both teams, but goalkeepers doing a lot of good work and defensive units standing up here.
Yeah, both ends, the goalies have been standouts, I think, this quarter. Both quarters, actually. It's just been awesome to see.
Yep, for the sheer amount of opportunities.
It's...
Yeah, they're going to have, I think, third and final warning is the signal there.
Lazy stick coming through, I think, on that.
Yeah, that one was number 7, Harkarat Singh.
He's taking the danger out of it. I think that's a fair call from the umpire. We'll give him one.
And that's pretty rough, but that's an absolute rocket. Jeez. Lucky Luke Elms wasn't on that post. It would have been coming in between the eyebrows.
Yeah.
That thing's just been ripped across. I think it was Terence Corrie who's got onto it. I think a little annoyed at the challenge just outside the circle and decided just to rip one. You love it. You love to see it. And this Punjab team, they'll take their time bringing the ball back. They've got a sideline hit just inside the 25-yard line. And they'll go back out to Prince, this time on the ground. What a touch. The player had just left that side of the circle just before that ball came in. But again, you can see the craftiness of this Punjab team.
You can just see in their eyes where they're looking.
Yeah.
And just that understanding with their attack. Like their players up in the circle, just where they're going to run. Oh.
And the over. Yes, two players running into the zone there. Bevan Nicol just weighing things up in his head before calling that one.
Big fella's coming off a bit of a break.
And nice replacement in Peter Falstead. Love the work rate there, Luke. Good to see you running around for the Fiji boys. And now we're in under 4 minutes left here. For those just tuning in, this is Heritage Hockey 2025. It's our finals day, fourth and final for the weekend. And we've got 4 games on the live stream. This is the first of them, as we see Gagandeep here. Just didn't get the pass away, but it'll fall for Gurdeep.
Oh.
And maybe he should have stayed on the bench. Peter Falstead comes on and makes one error. And it's a penalty corner here for the Punjab team. We'll see it again. Gurdeep just going in and away. And the second little challenge there. It's always tough on that reverse. Stick in one hand. Probably better off just to be patient.
Yeah, just remind you that this game does have a few eggs to play for. It's the bronze medal match, right? It. So, yeah, plenty to play for.
And we've got the setup here. Look again for Prince on the first bracket. It took a little deflection on the first one. And the team's set up here. Oh, it's untidy. And Harmon just hits one as hard as he can. They get the call in the end. Yeah, it did hit the first runner on the feet. We'll see it again on this replay. Good angle of it.
Yeah,
just sprays off Buenamasi's foot, and that one's going to sting a little bit too. Off the outside of the foot. He's going to go again though. So, just see here, only the one narrow slide right, nothing really over this area. So I'm saying they're probably just going straight at it. This time they go to Harmon, and it's a German.
Oh. Cheeky little touch
and
in.
It's a cheeky little number. The Fijian crowd, well, they're not interested in it. They were worried about an earlier obstruction. Have a look at it. Now, I don't think a huge amount to complain about there.
I'm not sure what...
let's have another look at it while they're talking about it. Just have a quick look on the replay here. So, nothing for mine there. I'm a
bit...
I'm fairly happy with everything that happened in that corner. Perhaps we'll we might talk to them after the game and see other opinions, but it doesn't matter now because it's on the scoreboard. And just like that, the little German into a slide right deflection is the difference maker here for the Punjab team. And just when I said I didn't expect anything going on that right side, well, he snuck in there and proved me wrong. And now Harmon comes away. That one cut out there with about 15 seconds left on the clock. If Fiji want to go for it, they need to go now.
Just
looks like they're going to.
Yep.
Looks like they're going to get to the halftime oranges.
Finished the quarter on a green card.
Yeah.
I think that's just that lazy tackle with that stick check, right?
Yeah, and accentuated by Tomasi with a little swing to make sure it made a nice sound. You know, that's always going to help as well. And the Punjabs, they're ahead 2-1 here at half-time thanks to a nice little penalty corner execution that we saw late in the quarter. The Fiji team, well, they look a little aggrieved, and they're going to go and have a chat about it, but they're better off, as we see there in Aiden Fraser, just to get on the whiteboard and get things fixed up for the second half, as we see the two teams there. Aiden Fraser there. We're really looking at the spacing of the field, and just being aware of those gaps in the layers. So asking that defensive group to really stay connected on the field. You can see the shape there, and keeping those wing halves attached. So what he's talking about there is just their strikers understanding if a wing half promotes up the sideline, that they're asking the striker to pull out with them, at least until they can get a handoff. And we'll check out some of the highlights here. This save, have a quick look at it. He thought he's done here. He travels in this direction. You'd say open goal, but Big Corey here says, well, no to that, and gets a stick over to it late. That's excellent.
It's just awesome turn on the ground there.
Yeah, so hard to do.
Young goalies, that's what you got to do. Just stay on your bum cheek and slide around. That's all it is.
There it is from the man himself. Yes, man. Seasoned goalkeeper as well. And then this one, just took the deflection off Buenamas. He's been running well.
Yes.
Big Zach, he gets out pretty quickly. This one here.
Just ripped it right.
Yep, hopefully we'll see it from the other angle. It's the top angle that is the good one. And on that goal, here it is. So just have a look here. Lovely lead in here by Currambere. A little bit unsighted from Aiden Fraser. He'll be a bit guilty about that. But on this turn, this goalkeeper, you can see already a pretty wide stance, potentially looking at having to cover off this. And we'll see it here just come off the inside of the left boot as it comes through.
I think even that defender, like we saw it yesterday when the defenders are stepping in a bit more to that reverse shot. That's what's eliminating it.
Yeah.
He gave him that space, and these guys are all talented, like both teams. Like you give anyone a chance on reverse, they're going to take it, right? But I think as a defender, you want that guy you need to be stepping in one more step. Just close down, get that sit closer.
Here's the flick down the line. Man, there's millimeters in it. Even Gurdeep on the post had to shake his head. This one coming in, this is the push in the back, which earned the next penalty corner. Now, this is the interesting bracket here. So, see late, Aiden was set up on this bracket. Tomasi's going to go. We're going to trap it at 2, and Aiden's going to switch his way on to the second bracket here just to open up both shooting angles. And I believe there was somebody coming in on this side, and we'll see it here. Yeah, that was the line down there looking for. Well defended by the runner, but potentially looking for our big man Ravatu in the middle of
you can see that gap between the foot and that posty guy. It's a good foot there.
Yep.
That's what that deflection, that's what they're looking for.
And it was a good clean up there from Buenamasi. This one went a little bit freestyle. Tomasi just had to hit one, and that's that spot. We talked about it.
That's lovely.
Bottom of the thigh, and some good defensive work here. And again, look at 3 pink jerseys back in the circle. Excellent work from Fiji. And this one went very nearly close. We'll roll through the rest of it here. Little back foot attempt. This was a save coming from Sawaki, left footer.
Nice. Just good reflex save. Stayed in it.
And you can see the overhead causing troubles. This upright reverse. Excellent from the young local man out there. And the stats, well, they're all over the show. Yeah, there's shots happening either end, circle entries, penalty corners both ways. Both teams really having a good go at it. But got to take our hats off to the goalkeepers and to the defensive groups who are really...
Yeah, I think they've got a good understanding. The goalies have just been on form. They're coming off fresh each quarter. Sometimes that's hard as a goalie, but both of these guys, like all 4 of them, are just stepping up as we see. The Punjab goalie, I think he might be off to have a bit of
Daljit,
ice on his knee.
Yeah. You can see him just flexing that foot or knee a couple of times there, and we're already underway out in front of him. He's the this Fiji team now up in much higher press than they had been earlier in the game. Starting up high. It does open up opportunities at the back. As the Punjab team come rolling forward here through. Gurdeep Singh, the captain. And, Xander Fraser showing that skill set there. Speed, control, all happening as they move the ball up this left side of the field. Lovely pass back from Ravatu. Can't get it again, though, from Suchun. And the Punjab team come away. Down the right, here's Karambir Singh. Karambir, one to beat. Still going. Just pulls it back here. Oh, that's lovely. Karambir puts it onto the foot. That's phenomenal skill there from the young Punjab player.
Can't even see that. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's it's going to look nice on the highlight. So you just see him here. Consolidate, goes into that fake spin, little rip, pulls it back again, and then
through his legs.
Yep, back onto the foot there of Aiden Fraser, who certainly didn't expect it.
He's got a bit of gas down that wing as well, right?
Yeah, he's
on the right side. Yeah,
he's got to tuck in the shirt, otherwise it's a bit of a parachute.
Yeah, because he's a pretty big fella too.
We have a look at the bracket setup. So it looks like Prince on the first.
No one's using that left layoff, are they? Both teams.
And it's Messi at the top. They'll get it back through Joban. He just gets something going goalward. And well cleared, at least to the dots for now. Back in it comes. And while they were all complaining about the foot, well, they had an opportunity.
Yeah, good umpiring. Let him go.
Yeah.
He had his hand up in the air and the ball's coming to him, so he's got to pay a bit more attention, I think.
That's right. And now they come down this left side. Free hit coming for a stick shield there along the baseline. The Punjab team back to full now. Their green card has come back onto the field. So they, of course, started the quarter down a player. We're remembering that late card. But back onto the field now, and we're back to 11s. No blue card mention of yet. For those just tuning in to Heritage Hockey, the blue card, new innovation from the team at Heritage 2025, where a team can dictate a 5-minute period where the other team is forced to remove a player from the field. Thus trying to create an advantage. And
it's
interesting there, S. I know you're not a big fan of this this swinging out of the back, but I also don't think you can card somebody because it's hit somebody. As much as...
Yeah, I don't think there was any intent in it. Like
no.
He's not looking at him saying, hey, bro, I got your number.
Yeah, and not in that situation.
No.
More often we see the ones that you're less happy with when a person's in close.
Yeah.
That one there, I think he's just got a little bit wrong. And it's an unfortunate one, I think, for the Punjab team. So just as they got their player back, they'll lose one again for 2 more minutes. They're a nicer colour card than they've had previous.
Yep.
They fancy a yellow, this Punjab team. They perhaps prefer playing with 10 the way they've been collecting them, but...
Yeah, we've seen that throughout the last couple of games. Like, the stats haven't been great for their attendance on the field. So I think one of the games where they played 25 minutes with 10 players, and then the next was at like 20, I think. So
yeah. That also boosted by the blue card, but yes.
Yeah, but it's not a good stat, you know. It's hard for any team.
Yeah. And now we'll see the teams take their time, get into this one, roll some subs, get their players back in the right areas of the field. And Fraser looking forward through Rhodes, Suchun, Buenamasi. And don't like that one, so they'll come back again.
Yeah, but Marcy's on both sides of the field, isn't he? He's quite versatile.
Yep.
And you see him at the back as well at times. So,
as we see, nice little in and away drag there from Now, Fiji team, they've got the entry. It's in the air. It's scramble. And the Punjab team get away with it. Lovely little reverse stick pass there. And the one through the feet, though, to Fraser. And the back stick beats everybody through the circle. Nobody really there high enough up the paddock.
Not sure. Someone told Guggendeep that they've changed ends because he's down here inside the 25.
Yeah.
It's the first time we've seen him back.
Yeah, I think he's sitting in there for the card that they got.
Yeah, but
it does take something away from their attacking ability, that's for sure. As now he starts to get on his bike, looks for perhaps this one.
I mean, not the height he wanted on that. Does enough, though, to earn the free hit.
And now Harmon, well, for any lack of height Prince had on the last one, Harmon doubled it up and passed it to the next person. Was that one. Now consolidated through as the sun starts to peek out here. Easter Monday, final day of Heritage 2025, and the Punjab Heritage taking on Fiji Heritage in our men's bronze medal match here on Turf 1. It's the Punjab side up 2-1, middle of the third quarter here. Yes, just a little bit of a period that slowed down a little these last 2 or 3 minutes here. And teams perhaps just trying to figure out their best way forward. That's a train off the rails, Zach Buenamasi. That's a big train too. Carrying a bit of freight.
Surprised the brother there stood up again.
Yeah, Gurdeep there had to peel himself off the turf.
Yeah, I would have asked for timeout. That's
a little one-layer overhead falls here for Fiji. They're up towards that left baseline.
Oh, that's
big pass is in. And
that's
penalty corner coming here. A lot of pointing from the Punjab team, but the...
Yeah, that was a clever little play there. Nothing in that pass, was it? It was just a nice little bobble in.
No, it almost seemed a little underdone, and it just created a little bit of doubt there in the Punjab defenders. And now, big opportunity. We've seen them execute once here, the Fijians. Can they execute again to lock the scoreboard back up with less than 10 in the third? Looks like our favourite white Fijian, Tomasi, up on the first bracket.
Hey.
Aiden Fraser on the second. I wouldn't be surprised if we look where Xander Fraser's moved into that first trapper. They've done this before, the little narrow deflection. And thanks for coming. I could buy a lotto ticket this week. That was exactly it. So see it on the replay here. It's about player identification, right? You see Xander Fraser moving into that first trapper. And he runs that narrow deflection line. They scored a beautiful one off it in their comeback victory over the New Zealand Asian team.
See this thing
2 days ago.
Yeah. I know, they took the free hit like 5 metres back. But then they come back to pull it up because it was too fast.
Yeah. Sometimes...
I don't get it. Like, I'm a goalie and I'm a bit slow, but hey, just let them play. Just get on with it.
Yeah, especially when the other team are happy to sit out in a three-quarter anyway. It's not a huge advantage gained by...
Yeah, I know a few of the customers at home be thinking the same thing, so it's a tough one sometimes.
Suchun here, forced to go backwards. And now they look forward. Great pass, good
trap.
Receive. And even better defending there.
So it's a nice passage to play all around. It's unfortunate for Aiden there, just come up on him a bit.
Yeah. And the one thing that I did really like in that little defensive passage there from Prince is, and it's important for young defenders, is keeping both hands on the stick when you're doing that shoulder-to-shoulder stuff.
Yes.
Just takes that opportunity for the ref to blow it away as Fiji come rolling forward here. That's cut out by Harwinder.
Yeah, just staying strong in defence, right?
Yeah, and often you see like one hand on the stick and the other arm's doing the elbows and all the rest of it. But if you can keep two hands on, just takes that opportunity away. And again, we'll just make sure we're on the right blade of grass before going forward. Suchun under a bit of pressure, goes 3D, and it's cut out again there by Harwinder. And now Fraser, he's got a bit of space in front of him, and a player too. It's Zach Buenamasi. Back to Fraser. Oh, that's beautiful. And unfortunately, there's a lot of hands on hips there from the lads in orange.
Yes, but that's young players. We talked about it from the start of the tournament, getting down low on the post. And what's the brother done?
Yep, have a look at this one. Aiden Fraser, straight across the goal, and he's on his knees there, Johansson.
Yeah.
There, Johansson. That's what you want to see. Knuckles on the ground,
Textbook.
stick down, and that's how you score a goal.
That was awesome.
Yeah, that'll be a nice look at the third quarter break, I'm sure. The biggest issue of it, the Punjab side, just all standing around looking at it.
Yeah.
And now going to be forced to defend again. Perhaps this little bit of confidence for the Fiji side after finding the equaliser. We've spoken about it in a lot of other games, is the extra spike of confidence you get after scoring a goal. And now Fiji flooding forward. Dale Johansson doing his best to sell anything to the refs, whether they're buying or not.
Yeah.
And now we're back to a deadlock here. 2 each, 5 minutes left in the third. Same we saw just previous, but this time cut out by Harmandeep.
Yeah, I don't think the Punjabs will be too happy about the last 5 minutes here. They've just been guilty of giving the possession away far too easy. You know, just these reverse hits which are hitting the back of the stick and just giving away easy possession. They just need to tighten up a little bit here.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. They haven't played much hockey at the other end of the field as Aiden Fraser wins another free hit. And much to the displeasure of the dugouts below us, a real slowdown on the free hit as Buenamasi over the other side of the field now. Cut out by Joban, who has to do a couple of hurdles on his way out. And that one's out before he hit it. Just running out of space. And not entirely sure what the comms are, but extra whistle there from Bevan Nicol and a couple of waves of the hand. And free hit going the way of the Fijians. Sustained period of pressure here.
Yeah, I think he's telling me he's not allowed to hit it that hard, maybe.
Yeah. More than likely. More than likely.
That's all right.
Yeah, Buenamasi comes out, and that's straight to
see
Gagandeep. Yep, 3-on-2 here. 2-on-2. 1-on-1 if Curran can pull it in. Oh, he's quick. But not quick enough. There, just ran out of turf.
Just lose it a little bit with those bright colours in the sun here, eh, Brad?
It is.
I know they're bright on TV, but we're staring into the sun and they both look alike pretty much. So
Yep.
it's...
Yeah, Jake Suchun there, trying to work his way past. He'll take the free hit quickly. Suchun has Ludoff there. Goes back to Suchun, who just bounces
nice.
one across the circle. And I tell you what, the man in the middle of the circle there was Big Luca.
Yeah, just keep your stick on the ground, mate. You'll be fine.
He showed he can trap those overheads, so I'd love to see him get on the end of one. I'm sure the Fiji bench would erupt if he was to put one away here. As we see Ludoff now breaking forward. He's got not a lot of room, though, and that one will go over the back line. And the Fijian team asking a lot of that front group, getting them all the way back out in defence here into that half court. And we go straight back the other way. Xander Fraser will go left. They've got the entry here through Ludolf.
Oh, that looked good.
Again, that was Dale Johansson, nice and low in the circle, stick on the ground, showing a target. We'll see it on the replay. This will be a nice angle of it here. Oh, right in front of goal. And that one actually was Alsade Smith this time.
Been impressed with this Nishal Patel. He's been playing well, nice and steady at the back there, eh?
Yeah.
Nothing silly, just making his traps, making his passes.
Yeah, easy to forget, when you've got the two Fraser brothers running around, that there's the accompanying cast. And Nishal's been good. Plays big minutes, cleans up a lot, and perhaps plays translator a little bit out there as well for the Fijians.
He's been doing well. Like a lot of these young guys that are stepping up, like you say, we've got the stars, but you've got these young boys that are coming on. Not getting overawed by the occasion.
Yep. Men's bronze medal match, of course. And
coming into the last 30 seconds, Brad.
Yeah, Fiji happy to try and pull out, but the long ball goes. Nishal, he just spoke about him, and he's done it countless times.
Yeah, brought that out nice, didn't he?
And now perhaps one opportunity here for the Punjabs to find a go-ahead goal before the break. Here's Gagandeep, and that one is a little wayward across the circle. I'd say Fiji be pretty content to get through to the break here. And it's off for lollies and oranges. Last time here, 2-2 locked up between Fiji Heritage and the Punjab Heritage teams. The two newcomers for Heritage 2025 locked in an arm wrestle here for the bronze medal. There's our Punjab bench as we see the players come from the field. We'll have a look at some of these highlights. This is Karambir. Have a look at this skill. Fakes the spin and then just through his own feet onto the foot there of Aiden Fraser. This little skip caught the foot and they were too busy complaining about it to get prepared, and Gagandeep rolls that one over the back line. This one set up the penalty corner.
Yeah, that's
just in two minds, the defenders. A little messy, little narrow deflection there that didn't quite pull off. And then Buinamasi to Fraser. Just have a look at the positioning here. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the goalkeeper. You'd think they'd have it pretty well covered here, but just behind on this post, we'll see Johansson as it plays out.
And just look how low he gets,
There, this is the big issue, and he's nice and low, hands on the ground, knee pretty close, and that one in the goal. It goes for the Fijians. They're pumped up about it too. This will be a good angle for it. Across, lower than everybody. The only one down there, and he's the man that's rewarded, is Dale Johansson. As the teams come back out onto the field. Again, pretty even across the board. Yeah. Pretty even the stats, and deservedly the scoreboard as well. A couple of green cards the way of the Punjab team, but I got to say, yes.
Discipline's been good, and it's been a tough one to understand some of the yellow green cards, but hey, that's hockey.
Well, that's it. They probably got one they didn't deserve. In all fairness, the Punjab team.
I think the one before halftime just being lazy. That's fair.
But one thing of note: no use of the blue cards yet.
From
either team. So with it being so tight coming down the stretch, let's see if and how they might be used. In the Punjab side, first little attack here of the fourth. And taken quickly, he got space into the circle. Little two-man, still working there. The skill is tight. The defence is equal to it, and
people rolling around. It's a bit messy down there.
Yeah, rather exciting little swing at it from Jaswinder Singh, but nothing there for them as Fiji outlet through Buinamasi.
just a reminder of our sponsors and funding for this weekend. Big shout out to One Foundation, Brad. Again, came to the party for this, and Alpha, who brought over the Punjab Warriors. So, and as a few of the players have noticed, you know, they had a few giveaways. The juniors got a few bit of Alpha merchandise, etc. So it's been awesome for this heritage tournament.
Yeah, huge acknowledgement to the tournament sponsors. Like you mentioned, One Foundation come to the party. They've been here at the party ever since it started. One Foundation, huge part of heritage hockey starting and continuing so strong. And you mentioned the prize and giveaways from Alpha Epic as well. There's been some cool sponsors in Keep Alive, MTAL, and all those individual team sponsors through the 5 years. So massive thank you to all those that support getting our players on the field here for heritage hockey, and especially this year, 2025, the biggest and best.
And obviously with that live streaming, you know, subscribe to our YouTube channel.
That's it, New Zealand Heritage Hockey on the YouTube. Stay up to date with all of the live streams. We've got gold medal matches coming up, highlights, replays, everything in between. You can find the social medias on Facebook and Instagram as well.
Yep. And if you want a bit of, you know, if you want our somber voices to put you to sleep at night, there you go. Just listen to us on repeat.
And I'm guessing we had a little stoppage there. Do we have a blue card potentially?
Can't see.
We don't have
anything in the dugout.
We'll see if we can confirm anything, but that's the one thing about being perched up here, S-Man. Don't quite get a view of everything. No blue cards being played. No, just a long whistle for Easter Monday. A little touch there.
Oh, he's
good work.
Done well.
Yeah.
Done well.
Wears off a couple of challenges. Does Hassan and Revere.
Just hard to do running out of defence, you know, one hand just getting that reverse as well. Yep. So just those touches.
And which team is going to break first? Which team are going to chance their arm? Who's going to push? We're locked at 2-2 here. Neither team want to finish their tournament on a loss. Both teams probably think they could have been in the final. And both now.
Gargandeep not happy with something.
And Jake Suchun flooding down the right flank. Cut out well, though.
Wow.
And excellent skill. Look at that from Harwinder Singh. And now the Punjab side, they've got numbers. There's Gargandeep.
He asked for it, so...
yeah, that one, you'd expect him to trap that 9 times out of 10. I guess that was the 10th. As we see the young fans over the back fence. They're enjoying their Easter weekend and the hockey on show. And not sure if you guys can hear it on the field mics, but good Fijian contingent in front of us cheering the boys on.
Oh, they've been awesome this weekend. That whole Fiji family are just shout out and a big Bulavanaka to you all.
Yes.
It's been awesome.
As Tomasi got through 1, 2, 3, and it's open. And penalty corner coming for the stick challenge. It was open goal. And Tomasi's done really well there. See it on the replay there. In, away, beats 1, 2. And yeah, it was just that reach across there, I think, from Hassanranveer Singh. And now, as they have most times, going and having a pretty extensive powwow about it. While the Fijians, they organised their plan.
Quite a few up on this one, and they've got the left side as well.
Yeah,
First
so
time in a while.
That's it. Have a look here. The Frasers are both out the back there, so not in this narrow deflection anymore. We do have Tomasi and Peter Falsted on either side, and options across the board for the Fijians. Goes to Aiden. Yeah, they were looking at that slide right. Tomasi, you've got to get your knuckles on the ground for Fiji, brother.
Yes.
You don't get a seat around the carver bowl and stand upright like that on your slide rights. He'll be pretty gutted with that one because it was on a plate for him. And now the other way, Gargandeep chips a little reverse, and it's well saved. Then a one-handed stab at it. And unbelievably, they're in the scramble. They're going to try and make a meal of this. Without seeing the replay, I'm almost certain it has hit the foot of the Fijian player on that second shot from Karambir.
Good touch by
We'll see it here. This is actually already the exit.
Not sure what's happening.
We're going to have a little chat about it. The refs are on the earpieces, having a conversation. We'll have a look at it here. This is the first little shot. One. The second one, stab here, and it's this next shot. Watch this from Karambir. There, finds the foot of the defender, and then the follow-through probably cleans up the head a little bit as well.
Yeah, no, nothing in. Like, he didn't mean to do that, but as you can see,
yeah, and they got it right. This is the key, right? The umpires on the comms, they're in good spots. One's looking at the whole scramble of the goal and then able to make the call from the other end. So, well done in the end by the team in yellow. Got it right. A little bit of a scramble. And now opportunity here for the corner. Now, this is an interesting looking setup here for the Indian side at the top of the circle. They're real tight in here. 5 at the top. They go short. That's why it was interesting. It's in the goal, and it's the man himself, Gagandeep. I'd love to run that replay back because they threw a bit of a trick play here. If you look at it, there's 5 at the top, and it's because half of them are ready to run. They're looking for all the deflections, and instead,
that's what they're going for. That wasn't a hard hit, but just making the goalie make a save and waiting for that rebound, right?
Yeah. Absolutely. So, yeah, nice little trick play. They've saved it all weekend. We haven't seen that at all from the Punjab team. And a little trick there to put them in the lead. And they throw the first shot here in this fourth quarter, and they're up 3-2. I will say, as exciting as the flickers are, I do love when teams can execute a little variation, something they've been banking up or something they've worked on. Because that one really caught the defences in. Yeah,
well, when you got, we know what Prince can do, and it's just, it's good to see that change up, and the Punjab team obviously recognising that, because the last couple of corners haven't gone to plan, like the missed trap and just a bit of miscommunication, so.
Yeah, and the other thing I think they're fairly wary of, they've been run down a couple of times as well. As quick as Prince is, Zach Buenamasi's done an incredible job getting out on those penalty corners, and even the positioning of the Fraser boys. So a little mix-up there, a little change-up paying dividends for the Punjab team. That's good heads-up play from the visitors. And now there's 8 minutes here for this Fijian team to muster an answer. And Gagandeep's going to walk off it. And long corner coming, the touch off Fraser's stick. And this last 7.5 minutes is sure to be pretty exciting. The Fiji team found themselves in this spot 2 days ago, having to chase back in the fourth quarter. Meanwhile, the Punjab team were here yesterday with a lead and unable to hang on. That touch coming there from Gagandeep, just gets on everything.
This is awareness of where he is in the circle, Brad. It's just awesome to see. Isn't that in many clear shots today, but just his touches and.
Yep, and he's a presence, right? They've got to hold a defender out. They have to be aware of the long ball threat as Buenamasi comes up this left side of the field.
Yeah, and as a defender, like, it's a menacing presence. It's just.
It's pressure every time the ball comes. As Tomasi gets 1, 2, it's going to be let to play. And sideline hit coming now for the Fijians.
See Patel's out wide here if they can get it there. Yep.
A bit of space here for Nishul Patel. And now Tomasi wins the free hit on the dots.
Oh, what a read.
Yeah, and well cut out. Now, Karambir. Yeah, excellent work there from Gurdeep Singh just to dive into the passing lane and get a little touch on it. That's what it takes to win games here on day 4. And I wouldn't be surprised if both teams are perhaps looking to play their blue cards just for the final 5.
Yeah.
Open things up for the last bit, and let's see some fireworks from both.
Yeah, they both use it at the same time, so they're playing with the same thing. So
Yep.
is it?
It's not an advantage, but it's just some space.
Yeah. And who's got the legs to run it through, right?
Yeah, so we'll probably see that, I'd say, in or around the next stoppage.
But I think the Fiji's it's going to have to use it soon, so
Oh, what a touch.
just that feint, hey, just needed to.
And here is
you
the
called
stoppage, and I'd say that's probably...
Oh, the goalie's off.
No, that's the goalkeeper, not blue cards, so Fiji opting... And unfortunately now, they can't use their blue card.
No, they can both use it. You can still use it.
Right, you've got to take your goalkeeper off first, which they've done, and then the blue card. So we're ironing out the rules of the cards.
Oh, the big fella finds himself off. That's,
Oh, no, that's not what we want to see. Luke Elms, I had $1 on you at the TAB paying 51 for goal scorer.
Okay, so we've got Fiji with 10 field players because they've taken their goalie off. And the Punjab team with the goalie and 9. There you go.
And now this is the worry, right? We saw it a couple of times across the games. If you get this wrong, it can go really wrong. Zach Buenamasi just says, I don't want any bar of this.
No, not.
We've just lost our goalie.
Yeah, he'd be like Bags not standing in the goal for a PC.
I don't want to defend Gagandeep anymore, and I don't want to have to chase Karambir either.
Yeah. And that was good umpiring. It's like not any danger to the Punjab team.
No.
Fiji boys got out of road, so.
Yeah, so interesting. Just again explaining those rules there that I had a little bit of a mix-up on. You have to take your goalkeeper off before playing your blue card. You can't actually play your blue card and then decide to take your goalkeeper off to double it up. So they went the other way around, subbed their goalie, played their blue card, and now have the extra on the field. But in the same time, the Punjabs played theirs too. So it is 10 on 10, but it's 10 field players for Fiji. And here comes Fraser, looking, cut out. He was trying to find Suchun. It's going to come down to this final 3.5 minutes here. Can Fiji find their way through? Is it a corner or is it a field goal? Ludoff wants the field goal. And Buenamasi has to run for it. And now opens up the other side of the field. Really well played by Buenamasi. Forward it comes.
It's a nice pass here, Pope.
Yeah, Ludoff couldn't bring it under control. He's been quiet today. I know he is nursing an injury, Rocco Ludoff. But has been kept quiet. And the Punjab team, they'll try and bomb long. They'll concede the free hit. They're happy to see seconds off this clock, but Fiji, can they find themselves something going forward here? This is for the bronze medal for the smaller Easter eggs on Monday morning. And Fraser searches 1, 2. It's off the stick, up into the body, and it's penalty corner on the way for Fiji.
It's off his own stick
into
himself, so good heads-up play by Fraser there.
Yeah, off the defender's stick into his own body, and big players step up in big moments. And now we'll have a look at this penalty corner option. They're talking about it there. The Fraser boys, I'm sure, having an intense conversation. Now, once we see the setup. So both the Frasers at the top of the bracket, nothing at all on the right. No slide rights, no anything on this right side of the field. And it goes to Aiden. There's the German. Zander picks it up.
Whoa.
And it's wide. He's got all of it, and it's wide from Zander Fraser. He's bitterly disappointed, is Zander. They executed it to perfection. There was so much space for him there, and he's absolutely ripped it, but it is wide of the goal.
Got plenty of it, didn't he?
Oh, Fiji, that was the opportunity. Can they have one more in this final minute? They've got numbers going forward. And cut out orange jerseys in the picture. Good scramble from the Punjab. And Fiji find a couple of extra passes. I like this build up here. Peter Falstead through Buinamasi. And Harmon does enough to win a free hit. They'll be happy to take this one as slowly as they can. The Punjab team, they've just got to be careful, though, because they had one turned against them yesterday. And look at a big man. He's back on the field. Get it to him. Ludoff can't be one. So that was the blue card expiring with 20 seconds left. And shot out of a gun was Luke Elms. He's hungry. We got to find him. There's 20 seconds, just under. It's got to go now.
Oh,
Zander Fraser.
How good.
What an absolute goal there. Buinamasi puts it on a dot for Zander Fraser. And as the time expires,
they're just calling something.
They're just trying to get their goalkeeper back on. I don't think it's going to matter. I think the time's probably done. But they're trying to sub the goalkeeper back on. Have a look at this on the replay. Buinamasi, what a bullet.
Time's up.
Oh my goodness, Buinamasi. We'll play that a couple of times because that thing is beautiful to watch. Zander Fraser, he missed the earlier flick. He atones for that miss by the narrow deflection. Have a look at it again. Hopefully we get to see it a little slower because this thing is beautiful. Buinamasi just absolutely rips one.
But that started from the run on. He put that pressure on for that long corner, right?
Yeah.
Boom.
Look at that. That's beautiful. And you mentioned it. Hats off to Luke Elms, who's come sprinting on off the blue card, disrupts the free hit, and gets them on the front foot again for Fiji. Zander Fraser. Oh, what a finish.
Big plays, right?
That's exactly it.
Awesome.
And they're going to a penalty shootout, which I'm actually pumped about because this is probably 10 of the most skillful players you're going to see on the end of a hockey stick going at it here. I feel for the goalkeepers because this is nightmare stuff for either goalkeeper, but locked at 3. What a way to finish for Fiji. What a stamp on this game.
Yeah.
Exactly what it deserves, yes.
Yeah, well, they're not playing for the giant Easter eggs, they're playing for the mini eggs, but someone wants them, don't they? So, here we go.
That's it, a couple of Cadbury cream eggs on the line, perhaps. As we'll have a look at it on the replay. Have a look at this.
Just got a little bit of height on it as well, didn't he?
Little skip.
Yeah.
And defenders caught napping. Ludoff knows. Fraser's with him. Tomasi's in there as well.
Players pointing at something, but there was nothing to point at. It was just...
Yeah, that's gorgeous. And there was about 3 seconds left on the clock, give or take, when it happened. This is the nice angle of it. Have a look at it from here. Just rips through. Man, Buinamasi's got all of it. And Fraser, the narrow deflection. Gorgeous way to finish our first game, and it's not finished. We've got a penalty shootout on the way. And the stats pretty balanced across. And no surprises that we're all locked up at the top there at 3 apiece. And the one thing that will be pleasing for the Punjab team, no yellow cards today. So great efforts from them. as we see the teams go through their final preparations for the penalty shootout. For those unfamiliar, each team will select 5 attackers and 1 defending goalkeeper to contest the penalty shootout. Each attacking player will then have 8 seconds, to move the ball from the 25-yard line into the attacking circle and attempt to score a goal. Now, there's no limit on number of shots, number of saves, number of opportunities, but you've got 8 seconds to attempt to score a goal. Score a goal, that's the shootout over. If the ball goes out over the back line, the sidelines, or the attacker makes any infringements, foot, back of the stick, obstruction, then the shootout is over. If the goalkeeper makes any infringement, illegal tackle, slide tackle, back of the stick, etc., a penalty, stroke, or retake may be awarded based on the severity. You see Aidan Fraser there getting ready. So we'll bring you who is doing what. Looks like Darren Sawaki will be in goal for the Fiji team. And our shootout team looks like Fraser, Ludoff, Tomasi, and Suchun for Fiji. And by the looks of things here for...
Could be Singh, maybe.
That's it. It does look that way. Interestingly, no Prince.
No.
Prince is going to sit this one out. Looks like Karambeer, Joban, Gagandeep, Harmanpreet, and potentially Hassamanveer. So, as I said, 8 seconds here for the attacker to move their way in and score a goal. Gagandeep, the first one. And we'll just take a little second here to make sure that the officials can all count to 8. This is a big part of things here. Obviously, the timekeepers.
So I haven't seen, we've got one on the line, Colin.
Yep, Frenchie's on the line there. One either side of the circle, which will be our 2 match umpires. And away goes Gagandeep.
Didn't do much.
Oh, good.
It's 2 saves up first for Sawaki, and just like that, the danger man has been turned away. Gagandeep, no dice there for the Punjab team, and excellent effort from Sawaki.
Just looked a little bit flat in his build-up there, didn't he?
Yeah. Now, Daljit Singh in goal for the Punjab team. Rocco Ludoff, the first to take for Fiji. And Ludoff. That's really smooth. Fakes the full spin, gets Daljit on the ground, and then flicks it over. Rocco Ludoff makes no mistakes and converts there for Fiji. And it's another weapon here for the Punjabs. Karambeer Singh steps up. Karambeer v Sawaki.
Oh.
And we've seen that a few times, but it's another save from Sawaki.
Stayed into play, right?
Yeah, Karambeer there trying the double spin, and Sawaki does enough. The Fijian goalkeeper could be the hero on finals day. Jacob Suchun stepping up now for Fiji.
Change of position from the goalie here.
Yeah, looks like he's going to come out of the left side of the goal. Out they come, Suchun. And he buries it. Had Daljit stumbling.
Yeah.
Yep, going backwards. And Suchun just bide his time before executing on the reverse.
It's just so hard as a goalie. Once you lose your footing and you're trying to get back up under pressure, it's, feel for you, mate. But here we go.
Yeah, Hassamanveer.
Whoa.
Just like that, down Main Street. Easy as you do it. The big defender for the Punjab team makes no mistake. Doesn't get close enough for Sawaki to make a save and just rips one. They needed it. The Punjab team were down 2-0 after the first 2. And goal coming the way of Hassamanveer Singh. As Aiden Fraser steps up. Fraser speeds up. Real interesting conversation here. I think you probably can just let him play. He was going to score the goal anyway, as you saw. It did go over the line. Now forced to do it through the penalty stroke. He'd be aggrieved here if this doesn't go in here. Aiden Fraser. Oh, that's heartbreak. I spoke it into existence. You hate to hear it. He'd walked it in anyway.
That's
Yeah, I probably would have liked to see him let that play as Harmon steps up here for Punjab.
wow.
And we're spinning again. That time makes no mistakes on the double spin. Harmon deep. And now Xander Fraser, can he step up again? He did it in regulation for Fiji. Can he do it once more?
So that's 2 apiece, is it?
2 apiece at the moment. Little slip. He's run into trouble. He's run out of time, and it's excellent goalkeeping there from Daljit Singh.
What a scramble.
What a
Goalie.
scramble. Xander just tripped a couple times on his way in there, couldn't get it clean, and now locked it 2 apiece through 4. The pressure lies on Joban Singh.
So that was good with the goalie there. Just nothing silly, didn't give away anything. Just stayed in it.
Joban Singh here can put real pressure on with a make.
Wow.
And he does it. Look at how calm that is on the reverse. Lets it run out. Little pop into the net. And Joban Singh, I've got one hand on those Cadbury cream eggs, but it's the
Young Tomasi.
Thomas Rhodes here for Fiji. He has to make it if they're to move on to sudden death. Tomasi.
Oh,
It's wide.
Watch the umpire. Jeepers.
It's wide. And the Punjab team get it done. I have to say, I've got a feel for the Fijians. Aiden Fraser has been ripped one there on the early penalty stroke call. You hate to put it down to the whistle, but man, would have loved to see that one just play on. He'd already walked the ball into the goal.
Yeah, that's a tough one because I think...
And then misses the subsequent penalty stroke, or has it saved, in fact. Not to take anything away from Daljit Singh in goal. He was fantastic there. Obviously conceded the first 2 and then got on a streak and made 3 subsequent saves. And at the end of the day, the Punjab team get it via the penalty shootout. It was late heroics by Xander Fraser, but couldn't be replicated in the penalty shootout. Heartbreak for the Fiji team, though. It's been an incredible campaign on debut for the men in pink. But the Punjab team, they will take the mini eggs come Monday.
Yeah, well, what a display from both teams, new to the competition, and just adding that different flair, different flavour. And how good was that? You know, both equal at the end of the game, and unfortunate, someone has to come in second.
Yeah, as we see, that's what it means there to the players. Absolute heartbreak on the faces of the Fiji team. They did everything they could to work back into the final seconds of that game.
Yeah.
But like you said, excellent performances right across the weekend from both of our new teams here at Heritage. And hopefully they are here to stay come the years going forward, because they've brought a real flavour, a real flair, both the Punjabs and the Fijians. And it's been a fantastic start to our Easter Monday. Now, for those of you tuning in on the live stream, thanks for joining us for that one. We will be back here at 10 a.m. for the women's bronze medal match, which is coming up shortly between the Punjab Warriors and the New Zealand Māori ladies. We'll see you back here at 10 for that one.